What's up, guys? How you doing? Ashby at Ashby Farms, and I'm running about a week behind. I've had a terrible head cold, possibility that I might have Lyme disease. Got all the symptoms, it's like flu-like symptoms with no fever, big splotchy red mark, but I don't have the bullseye yet. Anyways, I went to the doctor, got some tests. They'll let me know next week. But because I've been sick for a week, I'm like super behind. So out here, still feeling rough, but like the work has to get done. Anyways, so out here in this apiary, you've seen it before, and what I tried to do is time my boxes where they would be kind of exploding as a 10-frame double deep about time the nectar flow hit, which was April 20th was our target date. Of course, the nectar flow got here about a week early. So as I'm getting through these hives, I found some of them have swarmed like probably a third. It really sucks, which is going to affect my honey crop. But when you get sick like this time of year, there's nothing I can do about it. I permethrin my clothes so that I don't get tick bites, but it is what it is. Anyways, so I just want to kind of show you. I got into this hive over here, and it's basically stage perfect for what I want to see for making honey. So of course our honey flow's on. There's a lot of blackberry coming in. There's a lot of tulip poplar coming in right now. Privet's just starting to bloom. Black locust is just starting to bloom. So and it's like Sunday the 20th or the 30th, I think. Yeah, Sunday the 30th. So anyways, yeah, that's what's up with Ashby Farms and the bees and where I'm at. So sorry, had a brain fart. Anyways, with this colony here, I'm going to show you. So we've got a full box of brood down low. The second box is all capped brood, and if I left it another week, they would totally swarm. But there's no cells whatsoever. So I'm gonna set it down on my tripod and do my best to show you. But basically, I flipped both boxes up to check the underside. There's no swarm cells. So I'm gonna show you what my ideal colony would look like for the honey flow. So when I got my boxes, I flipped the lid upside down, and then I set the box catty-cornered so I've got space underneath so the bees don't go out and everywhere. So I'm just going to walk you through. I started shaking bees off these frames, but in this case, this is all nectar. This is all, there's a little patch of brood here and here, some eggs, but for the most part. So let's check out what's coming in. If I can adjust my hood here. So this is really clear. It's really light. That's indicative of blackberry. So let's taste it. Oh man, it's just super light, super sweet, nice light floral sense to it. Really can't beat it. And it's good for my allergies right now. So that's the honey we got coming in. It's mostly blackberry, like I said. So we're shaking off. That's frame one. Frame two is full of brood. Yep, all brood on this side. It's all eggs, fresh laid. That's frame two. Frame three is all capped. And I really like this. When I see this shotgun pattern right here, this tells me that this hive has a real potential for hygienic behavior. So we're probably going to test this hive. I like that look right there. Something was wrong with that brood and they pulled it out. Same thing here. I really like that. I really like this. These bees here are just hatching. Matter of fact, here's a bee right here, just hatching. Another one right there, just hatching. Just doing a quick glance for my queen. Here she is. There's our queen right here. All right. So that's all fresh laid with eggs. So now that we know the queen is in the bottom box, we can stop. No need to go any further. But let me just show you for the sake of example. Another frame is all hatching brood here. Another frame of brood here. Another frame of brood here. Frame of honey. So we've got 8 frames of brood in the top box, which I'm just happy with. All right. So on all my colonies, I run single brood chamber management. Means the queen's going to be down here for the remainder of the year. Take that like that. All right, so sorry. So there's the bees on top. Here's what we're looking at now. I want to go ahead and space this to 9 frame spacing. So let me do that and I'll show you why. All right, 9 frame spacing. It gives you a little bit more spacing here, like an extra 1/8 or a 3/16 of an inch. And the reason being, I don't want this honey capped right here at the edge. I want them to draw it out just a bit further so that when we run it through our uncapper, that the uncapper is able to cut it clean off. So I want them to draw it out just a hair more. Since all this is currently brood, then once the brood hatches, they'll backfill it and draw it out a hair further. You can't do that. You can't do 9 frame spacing on undrawn foundation, but in this case, we totally can because it's all drawn out. It's filled with capped brood. So what do we need to do next? We need to give them a 10 frame box, but I don't have any drawn foundation to give them. So we're gonna give them a 10 frame box with 10 undrawn frames right on top of this. This is going to be a powerhouse. So imagine if we've got that much brood in the bottom box as well. We're looking at maybe like 13, 15 frames of brood. They didn't swarm. We're in the nectar flow. This will make, basically this box is all brood. They'll fill it up with honey fast. They'll draw out another box and possibly a third box. We really capitalize on colonies of this size. Anyways, guys, that's what I'm doing here. Appreciate you watching. If you like this content, that's just what we're doing. If we come across, let's talk about something else real quick. If we come across hives that have already swarmed and I see a bunch of cells, swarm cells, I'm going ahead. So I've got all this equipment here. So back over there, we've already made 14 1 frame splits. Being it's basically May 1st, if you make a 1 frame split, there's time enough. So what I'm doing is I'm giving them 4 frames plus a 1 gallon. We run, there's a feeder right there on the ground there. We run 1 gallon feeders. So I put a feeder in 4 frames, a 1 frame split with a cell on it, enough bees, enough resources, food. So you're looking for we call them foodie broodies. It's got food, pollen, nectar. I like to see some late stage cap brood and a cell. And if your cell is starting to get chewed off on the end, that means it's going to hatch the next day or two. So we're making a lot of these 1 frame splits. We're just trying to get it to a 4 frame this year. That way it doesn't cost me a lot of money to manage through the year, and we'll get it through winter as a 4-framer, and then come out of winter next year, and it'll explode into full-size production colonies. So we're always a year ahead. Back to the whole thing, please subscribe. We make content. It helps us with the YouTube algorithm if you'll subscribe and hit the like button. If you throw me a comment, anything, screw you, this sucks, or hey, thanks for the information, this is very helpful, whatever. This is how we run single brood chamber management. I figured since I came across this super ideal colony of what I like to see, obviously if I showed you a colony that has swarmed, that realistically does happen, but we just make the best of it. I'm trying to make money with each colony, so if we can get a split or two out of it, that's always another way to make money for next year. You just got to figure it out. There's so many variables, but in this case with the powerhouse like this, it's going to be just making mad amounts of honey. So appreciate you guys watching. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you on the next episode.